I thought I would do something a little different. I have had, let me close this, sorry. The cat was looking out the window. I have had a few people, excuse me, ask me what heart issues I have. And so I'm going to try to not make this 800 years long, but you know me. And in fact, I have talked so much, I am losing subscribers, but that's okay, I don't care. Anyway, so what I have is hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. I'll explain that a little bit. I printed some stuff to read to y'all. That's why I'm wearing my glasses. That was diagnosed in 1994 when I was pregnant with my oldest daughter. And in 2015, I was diagnosed with, or they found, because they're both pretty much genetic birth defects, myocardial bridging, or myocardial bridge. And I'll explain both of these. I will not read all this. It's a lot of stuff. But I will explain it. Also, I have arrhythmias, by the way. In 04, when I was pregnant with Andrew, the son that I lost, I was having episodes of VTAC. I was passing out. And I was in the hospital for observation to see what was going on. And I had a couple episodes while in there. So that's what they figured. They sent me to Little Rock because no one local would touch me because I was pregnant. And there was a doctor, Dr. Oz, something. It's just a huge man with hands like that big. Anyway, wonderful doctor. He had put defibrillators, or ICD. It's a combo is what I have, but he had done that, did that surgery with pregnant women in the past. So I went to UAMS, or UAMS Hospital in Little Rock. And I can talk later about that if y'all have questions. I'm just, like I said, I'm trying to shorten my vlogs, but I know I will be quite unsuccessful. And my phone, for some reason, keeps kind of sticking. My mother, of course. Anyway, so cardiomyopathy is very common now. It used to be called, well, it had different names years ago. When I was initially diagnosed, it was IHSS is the abbreviation, and it's idiopathic hypertrophic subaortic stenosis. The hypertrophic is the area, the upper part or the lower part, hypo, almost like thyroid. If you have, because thyroid issues are so common. You're either hyper or hypo. Hypo is me. Hyper is when you're just all over the place, and it's pretty much like the name says. But anyway, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy occurs if the heart muscle cells enlarge and cause the walls of the ventricles, usually the left ventricle, which is exactly in my case, to thicken. The ventricle size often remains normal, but the thickening may block blood flow out of the ventricle, which is exactly what happens. If this happens, the condition is called obstructive hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Sometimes the septum, the wall that divides the left and the right sides of the heart, thickens and bulges into the left ventricle. This can block blood flow to the left ventricle. The ventricle, which is my case, the ventricle must work hard to pump blood. Symptoms can include chest pain, dizziness, shortness of breath, or fainting. And I won't go on to read all this stuff, but it's common enough now to where just about everyone has heard of it. There was a famous, I think it was the early 90s, but there was a famous Olympic runner, Joyce something, I should have Googled it, but anyway, Joyce something or other, she passed away of this. There have been, in Bryan, Oklahoma, there was a kid, that's my stomping ground, sort of, a high school football player that passed away in the middle of a game. His autopsy revealed that that's what he had. So, I'm very thankful that it showed up at the time it did, and I was having the chest pain, the passing out, and like I said, I was pregnant. The door never wants to shut. Okay, Sarah, we get it. You're trying to shut the door. Anyway, so, yeah. Anyway, I'm glad it showed up then and not in an autopsy, because I wouldn't be here, right? Y'all wouldn't be able to see my loveliness. Anyway, so that was diagnosed in 94. A lot of times you have arrhythmias with it, and like I said, in 04, I had episodes of VTAC. Since then, I have AFib added on to the VTAC, and something else that I forgot the name of that I just found out from my doctor, because I had 4 episodes, one in I think December, and then 3 in January. Probably recovering from Christmas money spent, and it stressed me out. I don't know. I forgot what it's called, but it's like a something as well. I know. I really get my stuff together before I make a video. Yes? My daughter, lovely daughter, just walked in. You're just hanging out? Okay. And the myocardial bridge was found. I was in Tyler. No, I was in Longview, Texas. And yeah, you can fix that, please. Anyway, and I get distracted so easily like a squirrel. Okay. If I was a squirrel, I would get run over. But anyway, I was in Longview, I think. I don't know. I ended up in Longview somehow. Oh, I was referred to a heart doctor there. My brain, I'm old. And when I was there, they did testing, and they did a heart cath because of having so much chest pain. And they discovered they had myocardial bridge. When this doctor, he has since passed, he was so good. But when he explained it to me, he not only explained it to me, and I wish more doctors were like this, he explained it to my ex-husband, Sarah. This is 2015, so Sarah was quite a bit younger, and he explained it where she understood what was going on, and that helped me because I need kindergarten level instructions and stuff. But anyway, and yeah, I was going to say something, but I forgot. Oh, he even showed the heart cath, the images and the video to Sarah, my little one at the time. Not that little, but you know. Anyway, so let me explain what a myocardial bridge is. Skip the Spanish part. Okay. A myocardial bridge is a band of heart muscles that lies on top of the coronary artery instead of underneath it. So they're in the wrong place. It is a birth defect. With the myocardial bridge, part of the coronary artery dips into and underneath the heart muscle that comes back out again. What that basically means is, with every heartbeat, because it is through an area in the heart that it should not be, it is being squeezed with every heartbeat. And I have a defibrillator pacer, so my heart rate is set on that machine to not, is since changed with my newest cardiologist, but it was set to not go under 60, and it would do its thing to get me back into 60 or higher, and to not go over 150. So let's just say 60. It was being squeezed 60 times a minute, and that squeezing, as you can imagine, because there is blood flow in there, it was slowing down, just like the cardiomyopathy that I just read. It slowed it down, and it had to kind of squeeze by the squeeze. I hope it makes, it's like a water hose almost. When you slow, you know, when you crinkle it, bend it, whatever, and it slows the flow. It's still going, but it slows it way down. And the symptoms of that is pretty much the same. Chest pain, tightening in the chest, or feeling of pressure or heaviness on the chest. Pain in the left arm or jaw. Shortness of breath, fatigue, which is the exact same symptoms, most of the symptoms of a heart attack. So that's why when my medications at home do not take care of my chest pain, I go to the ER. I don't care if they want to see my face or not, and they have seen my face. I can go to Walmart and run into a nurse. You know, I did that one a few weeks ago. Anyway, I don't want to get distracted because it's already 9 minutes, and I said I was going to try to make it short. Sorry again. But anyway, so they corrected it. Sanders was his name, Dr. Sanders. I had open heart surgery. I had one of the artery, almost like if you have a clogged artery. It was a bypass. I had one bypass. They took the artery instead of my leg. They took it from my left breast and did whatever their magic. However, it was not a complete surgery, and I didn't find that out until a little over a year ago with my current cardiologist. So that is one reason why I'm still having a lot of symptoms. And he has talked about, and I think I'm saying it wrong, but I think it's ablation is what I call it, but I think it's like ablation. I don't know. But anyway, and I believe, I have not done a lot of research because when I Google stuff, it makes me nervous. So yeah, I Googled open heart surgery before I had it. Not a wise decision. But anyway, but he doesn't want to do anything unless it is absolutely dire. It has to be done, because the more they go in and do anything, even a heart cath or whatever, there's always chances of something messing up, mistakes, or my body's just like, no, we're not going to go through that again, or infection or whatever. And he, the more they do, the greater your chances of something going wrong. And so we're just sitting on it until I absolutely have to have it done. So it's just a matter of having medications for pain control. I also have CHF, congestive heart failure. It's at the mild to moderate stage. I can't remember how it's graded. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. But anyway, so it's just a matter of taking medications to relieve the workload on my heart, which I have been on those since I was originally diagnosed. A beta blocker is what they usually prescribe, as well as a calcium blocker. I do not know exactly how those work. All I know is they help your heart. Your heart is doing its business. Obviously, you wouldn't be here. But it doesn't have to work as hard with those medications. I don't know how they work, but they work, because if I miss a dose, I know I missed a dose. As well as a million other medications. But I just wanted to explain these, and I am sorry this is so long again, but I just wanted to explain these because I have been asked by several, well, I wouldn't say several, but a handful of people what that is. My closer YouTube friends, real friends, I call them my real friends because y'all are my real friends. So I thought I would make a video instead of explaining it 5 or 6 times. And Sarah, would you like to say anything? Why is there a skirt on the dog?
He looks beautiful, doesn't he?
Yeah, the dog's wearing a skirt. And he doesn't care. He just loves the attention. It's such a goofy face. I would show y'all, but that side of my room is really messy, like every side of my room. Anyway, I'll let y'all go since this is 13 minutes long. If you watched it to the very end, God bless you. I don't know why. Bored. Very bored. Anyway, y'all take care. Get the dress off the dog.
No.
Y'all take care. God bless. Do something good for somebody today. Bye.